So here we are. You won't have to ask me for the recipe anymore because I'm going to show it to you on video. Jeremiah's Irish roast potatoes. We start with russet potatoes, large ones if possible. Peel them. I have the water on the stove, boiling, ready to drop them into. And I'll be back as soon as they're peeled. Cutting the potatoes. We have a pot of water boiling. Has to be bubbling. So cutting the potatoes, if you want to take about an hour and a half to roast them, then you cut them fairly large, like that size. If you want to do like an hour, then you could cut them smaller like that. And cut an occasional one real small because they'll turn out super crispy. And this is about the size that I like to cut them. Now, we have the water boiling. You drop them in the water for 12 minutes. Drop them in boiling water for 12 minutes. I'm waiting for the water to boil. A watch kettle never boils. Yeah. Okay, we're ready to drop the potatoes in the boiling water. Stand back, everybody. And then you set your iPhone 6S, product placement for Apple. You want to send us some money?
Wait, send the iPhone for how long? I got my iPhone.
12 minutes.
Oh yeah, right.
Now oil. You can use high temperature olive oil, or I'm using organic sunflower oil. And you just kind of cover the end of the pan with the oil. Not real deep or anything, just like that's plenty, not even 1/8 of an inch, just like that. That's plenty. Now the potatoes have been on already for about 5 minutes, so I'm going to put this oil in the oven and preheat the oil, because when the potatoes are done, they have to go straight in. The oven, if I didn't mention, is preheating at 400 degrees. 12 minutes is up. Get your colander, stick it in the sink, get your potatoes, and empty them in there. Now, here's a little known secret. When you're done that, drain them well, put them back in the pot, put the lid on the pot, and shake them. And look what that does. Fluffs the edges, see? It makes them nice and fluffy, and when they crisp up, there's all those little crispy bits hanging off it. And the oil is not quite preheated yet. Okay, we're going to check the oil. Remember, it has to sizzle when the potatoes go in. Ow, geez, they're not very good gloves.
Oh, they're not?
So, just spear one on a fork and dip it in. Make sure the oil is hot enough. Oh yeah, perfect. It's ready to go. Do you have a spatula, Rocher? With you. Ow. And then, as quickly as you can, roll them in the sizzling oil. Try and coat them. See how they're nice and fluffy around the edges? They stay nice and fluffy. And you roll them like that. Put them all, separate them. And then back in the oven. And then you set your alarm for 35 minutes. Don't even look at them. Don't do anything. Go and do something else for 35 minutes. Ping pong maybe. Okay, the alarm just went off for 35 minutes. And in that space of time, the three of us drank an entire bottle of champagne. So here they are, coming back out after 35 minutes in the oven. You can see they're just starting. Ooh, look at the underneaths. Already getting nice and crispy. Try not to break them up too much when you're turning them. And it doesn't matter if they don't all turn. Just means some will be crispier on the bottom than others. Spread them all out again. Get them a little bit coated if you can. Okay, so there we go. We're going to put them back in the oven. And I should have opened that first. And I'm going to set my alarm again for 30 minutes. Don't even look at them. No need to. 30 minutes and we'll be back then. Okay, so the alarm just went off again. That was another 30 minutes I think I set it for. So we're going to check the potatoes. They're looking really good now. Ooh. And I had a request that's not exactly traditional, but I do like it, I have to admit. These are going to go back in for another 10 minutes. And so the non-traditional thing is I'm going to add a handful of fresh rosemary to it just for the last 10 minutes. Back in the oven, set the alarm again, and we're good for another 10 or 12 minutes. But these are nice and crispy now, so we're nearly done. Okay, so I know I said put them in for another 12, but I put them in for 15 because I want them super crispy. So we should be good. Oh yes, look at those. They look so good. And now we'll just take a dish with a piece of paper towel just to drain them on. Look at those crispy pieces. Yummy.
Now I've got to see these.
What do you think? Jeremiah's famous Irish roasted potatoes. World famous now. Let's get all those little crispy bits and sprinkle them over the top. All the burnt bits of rosemary. And there you go. Crispy roast potatoes, and they're soft and fluffy inside. Enjoy. So 2 important things to remember when you're doing the roast potatoes is, what were they?
Give yourself 2 hours.
Oh yes, give yourself 2 hours before you're going to eat to prepare the potatoes. Start 2 hours before dinner. You'll need it. And the crispier they get, the better. And the second is, I always use a metal pan rather than ceramic. They seem to crisp up better in metal. There you go.